we are not going to be playing. We're not going to be doing anything. But we're going to be strictly going over the current state of this game. How the meta should shift. What's being played the most and should fix. And what needs to get a buff. Alright. So, I'm going to jump right out the gate. I have right now the stat lines for Al. And if you look here, the most played characters are all D.Va, Tracer, Brig, Baptiste, McCree, Lucio, Reinhardt, Winston, Ana, Zarya, Mei. Okay? And then it goes to Ashe with a 25%, Zen 20%, then it starts to really fall off. Okay? You know, I could probably go on. And it's Ashe, Zen, Hammond, Sigma, Echo with a 13%, Sombra, Echo with a 13.8, Sombra with a 13.4, Mercy with a 13 on the dot. Then it completely shifts and goes to down all the way to 6.4 with Orisa, 5.7 with Hanzo, 5.6 with Widow, 4.7 with Doomfist, 2.8 with Symmetra, 2.8 with Pharah, 2 with Moira, 1.8 with Soldier, Reaper 1.6, Genji 1.4, Junkrat 1.3, Torbjorn 0.6, Bastion 0.2, and Hog with a flat out 0. Alright, so you think about you just recollect your thoughts for that whole thing, and you look at, wow, D.Va's insanely played, Tracer is insanely played, Brig is still hard meta. What is going on? So, the biggest things that pop out to me, and I might sidetrack a rant or whatnot, I think I slapped my mic, but you look here, and I'm mainly going to be doing this to talk about the biggest problems with the DPS. Alright, so starting off right off the bat with one of my mains, call it buyers or not, Doomfist. This character is garbage. This character is garbage. He is so unreliable. He needs a big buff. He needs a buff badly. He badly needs a buff. He's a joke to the game right now. Currently having a 4.7 pick rate. Look at what's meta. Meta is rush and dive. This is the best meta ever for Doomfist. And he has a lower pick rate than Orisa and Widowmaker. And Rush is meta. And I can say the exact same thing for Genji. The exact same thing for Genji. Those characters just don't do anything. Genji is just not enough. Genji is never enough. It's just not enough DPS output. He's just getting out healed by everything. Considering you look at the most played healers, looking at Baptiste, Lucio, Brig, I should say, or Ana, all insane AoE healing, right? That's the reason why Genji is not doing anything. He really lacks against AoE healing because he just doesn't do enough damage. He is such a balanced hero. And his DPS output truly hasn't really changed since launch, right? I'm not even gonna get into that most recent buff by him because that doesn't matter. That didn't do anything. And you look at his ultimate, right? Dragon Blade. Okay, that ultimate is amazing. by far one of the better ultimates in the game. It is a really good ultimate. It requires obviously way more skill than other ultimates. It it's definitely harder to use to that regards. But it's definitely a good ultimate, right? So there's just small problems with the ultimate. It's the fact that you get 6 seconds to go absolutely crazy on the enemy team. You're still killable, and you two-shot people. Okay? 2 slices to kill somebody. It's 1 slice every second. Every second you get a slice. Right? You have a maximum time to kill 3 squishies if you're in point blank range and you're starting off with the ultimate, right? That's max 3, okay? That's not, let's be honest, you're not gonna get too much done with that without a pocket. Okay? You're not gonna get almost anything done with that without a pocket, because the game has so much mobility now that that people are just gone. The moment that you dash at somebody, you try to hit that 180 slash, you lose the person in the 180. Completely lose them. Lucio's one of the highest picked, okay? Lucio's super popular. That one, all you need is 1 amp, boom, they're gone. They're gone. They're gone. And you just completely wasted a blade. You do create space though, but you were looking for kills. You're a DPS. That immediately falters you, and now you're playing a garbage character, basically. And you did absolutely nothing. And you're gonna get out healed because your DPS output is stupid. It's low. It's very low. So you're not getting anything done. I'm done talking with Genji. And again, this is one of the best metas for him, because it's going back to dive and rush. But he still just gets absolutely outclassed by his other peers. Now we gotta go to Doomfist. Unlike Doomfist is the complete opposite of Genji. Genji's ultimate is good. Genji himself as a character isn't that good, right? And Doomfist is the opposite. His ultimate is garbage. Doomfist as a character is good. Doomfist, and that might be the biggest problem I have with Doomfist, because Doomfist is countered by absolutely anything and everything. For people that say, yo, Doomfist is gay, he's toxic, he takes no skill, he like just freaking punch bot, he's bad, like whatever people say, okay? Right? And that's the opposite of that, dude. If you have, I can't speak English. If you're actually willing to spend so much time on this character and find success with him, you have by far one of the hardest routes in the game. This is probably the hardest character, okay? Probably requires the most skill, not mechanical, because it's not really too much tracking, but probably the most skill in the game, right? You look at it, and it's he requires so much map knowledge. He requires general knowledge. He requires good tracking of enemy teams' abilities, ultimates, Ultimates, you need insane predictions. And, yeah, you need to not miss input once, because that can completely kill you. Right? So, he's not easy to play. Nowhere near. Okay? But, no matter how good you are with this character, there's a reason why he's not getting any league play. Compared to playing regular rank and then league play. Right? League play is obviously going to be 20 times more coordinated. We already know what that, but there's a reason why he's just going to get way more playtime there, or less playtime there than here. Because Doomfist gets absolutely dookied on with coordination. And that is a fact, because if you miss one punch, you're dead. You're gone. You're gone. Ain't no coming back. You gotta wait 10 seconds to get sent back to spawn, and you probably just feed or fed, right? So it's, you know, harder to really play him. I'm clustering my words really badly. And then we're not even, like, I'm not even gonna get me started on how many people shut him down with ease. With absolute ease. You can argue that almost every character in the game destroys him. You can argue almost every character. Right? You can argue people like Ashe or Widow or general neutral matchups, right? Can absolutely smoke them. Ana, Baptiste, you can generally say all those characters I just named can absolutely poop on Baptiste. All it takes is the exo boots. You're gonna miss your seismic slam. You're done. You're done because of the exo boots jump distance. This is obviously way above seismic slam. Obviously way above. So you get bullied. And then this ability, you know how easy it is to actually sleep a Doomfist when they put you in the uppercut? It is unbelievably easy to sleep someone, and when you get uppercutted, and you can just lose your life. So you can't even say Doom counters her when Doom really just pounces on people with no mobility. Then we obviously have crazy unfair matchups for Doom, such as McCree. I'm gonna actually, let me name the relevant ones. Let me not name someone like Bastion. All right, name the relevant ones. Someone like Diva. Diva just easily just put moves on Doom, and Doom is not gonna do anything. Let alone Diva's just way too powerful. Tracer, hard counter to Doomfist. I ain't nothing more to say there. Brig, hard counter to Doomfist. Nothing more to say there. Baptiste, already talked about him. McCree, hard counter. The fact that he has that stun, and if you get uppercutted, you can just press your alternate fire and have a high chance of just killing Doomfist. Yeah, McCree poops on him. And McCree is insanely strong. Right? Because so he counters Soldier hard. He does counter Soldier, but Soldier's not even relevant, right? Sombra, hard counters Doom. Alright. Then we go. Hanzo counters Doom. Junkrat counters Doom. Echo counters Doom. Pharah counters Doom. Orisa can, but really can't. Reaper, hard counter. Hog, counter. Sigma, counter. Again, Sigma's arguable. Mei is a hard counter. People don't really think of the Doomfist matchup against Mei, but Mei absolutely smokes Doom, right? That's just a few. There's obviously probably more characters on here. that definitely is an unfair matchup against him, right? And his garbage ultimate doesn't help him. His ultimate is by far the worst ultimate in the game. If you think of some bad ultimates, right? I don't know, or some ultimates that are you would call quote unquote, you know, one of the worst ultimates, or like some, you know, ultimates that are definitely lower tier, such as Death Blossom. Death Blossom is not that good at all. It locks you in place. It almost halvens your speed, if not does more than that. And yes, you unload a lot of damage, but if the team has reflexes, it doesn't matter. You can easily get stunned. If you look at the meta, there's always at least one stunned character on the field. So your value is already just out the window. And same thing with Pharah's ultimate. Pharah's ultimate, it locks you in place. Don't get me wrong, you get a nice, very good, quick burst of damage. But just to take down a good one person, right? Just to take down a good one person and you're gone. And that's if you're in point blank range in them, which is already hard enough to get to as Pharah. One of the bad ultimates, definitely. And then Doomfist ultimate, you can't get any value with this thing. You can't, ever since, like, you can't get any value, dude. You can't do this anymore. You can't. At all.
Meteor strike.
That is not gonna one-shot. I have so many clips where I've landed directly on top of somebody and it does not kill. What? It's already one of the hardest ultimates to land, considering you don't land instantaneously as soon as you go up in the air. It's absolute, just no damage. You're gonna land, probably get triple CC'd, and you're gone back to spawn, right? Your armor ain't gonna do nothing because you're only gonna hit at least 1 or 2 players, and they're somehow magically not gonna die when you realize, oh snap, I'm a DPS. I have a DPS ultimate. Why isn't my triangle killing anybody? Look at every other DPS ultimate other than Symmetra's. They all lead to kills. Except for, well, Symmetra, Widowmaker. Actually, Widowmakers really can lead to kills. He's just way harder to come by. Right? You look at Echo Duplicate. That thing is game changer completely. Hanzo, 1 Dragon Strike, you get caught in the wrong area and the hitbox is completely busted on that thing. It's very easy to avoid. You get caught in it, you're dead. Riptide, you get caught in it, you're dead. Right? Those are just for some examples. Pretty bad ones, but examples nonetheless. DPS, they have good ultimates. Doomfist does not have that at all. He is shut down way too easily, and it's really depressing. It's really depressing. You know how hard it is for a Doom player to really get value? There's a big reason why Doom players mainly only play Doom. They only play Doom. Every single, you look at all the good Doom players, voice crack. What they're known for, obviously they're known for their Doom, but what do they only really play? Doomfist. Because it takes so much commitment and time to actually get value with this character. That's the reason why. It takes so much time to actually get value with this character. And it's really hard to. Because you can, one switch on the enemy team can make you irrelevant really quickly. And it's not fair. It really isn't. It's not fair to Doomfist that he has the worst ultimate in the game, and then D.Va gets 2 ultimates. Yeah. Doomfist not only not having the highest DPS output, his DPS output is generally very low, because it's impact damage, right? It's all instantaneous damage. which another thing gets completely countered by Bat Mentality. Insane. It's our instantaneous damage completely gets countered by Baptiste. And Baptiste is probably what, like, definitely one of the most played. Yeah, he's top 5 in most played. So because he's insanely good, and he gets shut down. And Doomfist ult is on top of that blockable by everything. It gets blocked by Maywall. It gets blocked by shields. Gets blocked by bubble. And when it gets blocked, you're not gonna get any armor. So what can you do? What can you do there? What can you do there? Absolutely nothing. The fact that you have to use the DPS ultimate to go retreat with your team, or to use it to get extra abilities, it's not fair. And the ultimate only lasts 4 seconds on top of that with the extra abilities thing, because you're mainly using it to get extra abilities, land for a health pack, or retreat back with your team, and or like go for a rollout, or part of the abilities thing. This thing lasts 4 seconds.
Meteor strike.
4. And you have a 6-second cooldown. Right? They changed that. You didn't have 7. You do not have 7 anymore. You have a 6-second cooldown, and then your punch has a 4-second cooldown. By the time you come back, you might be on a 1-second cooldown, and that can cost you your stock. Your stock. Oh my god, way too much Bravo though. Your life. So yeah, this character needs something. Mainly needs a new ultimate. That's the biggest thing he really needs, because compared to everything else, it's the worst ultimate in the game. His ultimate is so bad. That's like, that's kind of really it. Like, I don't have much more to say about this character. And it's really depressing. This is the best meta by far for him, and he still can't get any value, and is still not getting played. Depressing. Alright, and if we look at characters that are way too strong for this, right? And I'm mainly looking at, yeah, her. Diva's ridiculous. Okay. This character is not fair. This character is ridiculous. That does 250 damage. That. You're sitting here and telling me that does more damage than a meteor strike? Why? 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 She has 600 HP. 300 of it is shield. She has a great ultimate for spacing that can probably end up killing the whole team. You're most likely not going to happen, but it's an amazing ultimate for spacing. She has another ultimate that can end up catching way too many people. You know, that can catch way too many people off guard. You have Defense Matrix, eats anything. You can go around, you have the mobility, you have the strong weapon. And then you have micro missiles all to top it off. This character is just way too strong. Like, everybody already knows that, but Jesus. Right? Like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. McCree is way too strong as well. It doesn't matter. What do you say? Character, requires a lot of aim, whatever. He does. But this character is insanely strong, and I'm aware of it. Look at my time. Look at my time for that character. He's my top 3. I know this character is ridiculous. He really is. They nerfed him recently. Was not the nerfs that he needed. He does way too much damage, and he way too much damage, and still has 225 HP, which is insane. Then you look at his other peers, right? Soldier, I think, is a really good state. He's getting outclassed by all the other hits cam, but I think he's fine. And then you look at you know, Widowmaker or something, which is getting outplayed or is outplaying Doomfist in a dive rush comp, but that or meta, which is whatever. That's just because this character is way too consistent and forever be a threat in the lobby, which is insane. This or a kit. So you look at her, she is. People always argue whether that's the worst or best hit scan. Always, if you put it in an average player hands, such as all these hit scans, you're not choosing Widow, right? Especially in this current meta. And or you look at someone like Ashe, way too strong as well. She's insane. There is her. She is way too strong. She is not only hella strong, the only character in the game that can scope and jump at the same time, or can hold her scope and jump. The only character in the game. And people, it's a very small thing, but it's something to take note of, because not only every other character cannot do that with people with scopes, such as Widow, Ana, I don't know who else freaking aim scope. That's really it, right? That's what makes her really so strong, is the fact that you're able to do that, because you can really hop around corners, get that easy head click, more than half your HP is gone, and I could just hip fire you after that and you're dead. It is something to definitely take note of, but it's definitely it's strong. It's crazy, right? Bob, I don't find too much wrong with him. I mean, alright, Bob. Alright. Okay. Coach Gun. That ability is insane. That ability is such a lifesaver. It's insane. It's a long cooldown for it should be. I think it should like that. Dynamite, way too strong. Dynamite is way too insane. Either nerf the blast radius or nerf the damage, because that damage is just not fair. It isn't fair. And you can end up hitting the whole enemy team with it, let alone getting half your damn ultimate from it, right? So that's the reason why a lot of like other hit scans just not gonna get any shine, just nothing, right? And hit scans is one of the most dominant forces ever to touch the game, so it's really insane. You look at a lot of the tank play, right? A lot of the tank play, like Ryan and Zarya, Diva. I'm done talking about her. I know how I feel about that. And like Sigma. Don't really find too much wrong with any of these characters. They all have their weaknesses. I think Ryan's completely fine. Zarya, I don't know. I still kind of find Zarya too strong, but she did just recently get a nerf, but I do find her way too strong, because you can easily put your team on your back. One bubble gonna give you 40 charge. Now you can burst down all squishies in the game. And not only bubble feels like an eternity when you're trying to light someone up, right? So it's insane. And obviously Graviton Surge, crazy good ultimate. So I do feel like she is a little too strong, but that's not gonna really change. And you look at someone like Hammond, right? And Monkey is insanely strong, but I think he's completely fine as a character. Well, not insanely strong meta wise, but I think he's completely fine as a character. Hammond, he's gonna get another nerf soon. I don't really find too much wrong with him, but he's definitely gonna get another nerf soon. He is a big pain. He is extremely annoying and does a lot of damage. But at the end of the day, out of all tanks to nerf, I don't think it should be Ball, right? Because then we have someone like Sigma, the only character in the game that has a very consistent shield and damage output at the same time. Okay. You can argue Orisa does, but Orisa is not going to have nowhere near the same impact that Sigma does. Sigma, a lot of people say it, and I will say it, because it's the truth. Sigma is like Brig. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do to this character. This character will forever be relevant and forever be good meta-wise, because he just does way too much. He does way too much. He does so much damage. Has a really good ultimate. He does what Diva does, eat thing, and proceeds to get shield off of that. An insane stun ability. One-shot combo with it as well. And has a strong shield at 800 HP. And being able to just throw it out in front of your freaking Widowmaker's face and just let her pop off. Right. It doesn't matter what they do to this character. He will forever be really good. But right now, I do think he needs some type of nerf, because he is insane. He is. Hog, absolutely zero play in League. And something needs to change. I don't know what's up with the character, but I don't think it's right for a tank character to be able to play like a complete DPS. He is the only tank in the game that does not run off of their teammates. This character should have to run off of their teammates. He has being able to move while healing. Alright, it was cool, but I don't know if he should be getting more mobility rather than him should be able to get less, but that's completely fine. I just feel like there needs to be a change about him, such as he needs to, like, his hook. I don't know, I feel like his teammates may be able to do like some type of extra damage off of the hook instead of him relying so much off of his hook, because this character is, without his hook, he's the worst character in the game. I can easily establish, I think everybody can easily establish that he lives off of his hook, because his ultimate isn't the best. It can get the job done, but it's more of a solo ultimate, honestly. You're gonna use it more like a post bomb to just kill somebody if you can. This ability is disgusting. He's not, I just don't know if it's the right thing to just, because I'm stumbling. Let me get it out, big fella. Alright. I'm trying. Alright. The fact that he's able to just quickly go on a flank. Oh, let me just hook you. One-shot combo you. Go back to his team. They're up 5-6. Compared to him being able to stay with his team, get a hook in, and everybody follow up. One has two completely, they have differences. They have big differences. Because one, he's not a tank. He's a DPS in one. And the other one, he's an actual tank. So it's, I don't know what you can really do with this character. You can only do so much without making him absolute garbage. But you really got to think to yourself, like, Hog is not, he is not a tank at all. He's a DPS with 600 HP. So A lot of the healers right now are kinda insane. You look at some very strong ones, such as just obviously Brig, Lucio. My fuck, trying to clear my throat. Zen, Ana. Hold up. Let me run that by. Did I just say Zen? Yeah, you heard me right. Zen is super strong right now. Why? In a rush and dive comp? Why in a rush dive comp freaking meta? I don't know. Maybe because Zen has some of the best abilities in the game, one of the best ultimates in the game, and has one of the highest DPS outputs in the game. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I said Zen. Yeah. The one that's easily pounced on and bullied, but completely can shift everything. Yeah. He has... The fact that he has a higher pick rate than Ball? He has a higher... He has a higher pick rate than Echo. Why? Why? This should be the worst meta for Zen, but he is getting time and is still popping off. Absolutely insane. I find it ridiculous. He does... I feel like he does way too much damage. I don't really have too much against Zen players. I don't have too much against Zen in general. But he does so much damage. He does so much damage. Having 20 rounds. He's able to completely snipe you across the map. Insanely good ultimate. And two of the best abilities in the game. Yeah. Kind of ridiculous. I feel like it should change it in some type of way, because the nerf that he got before clearly did nothing. That's all I'm gonna say, Chief. That's all I'm really gonna say about this character. He's pretty insane. Am I saying insane so much? No, maybe I'm not sane. But yeah, if like that's basically just deciphered most of just what's really going on, and some of the big problems about any other characters getting shine. You know, even though Reaper should be very viable, he isn't getting played. Doomfist should be very viable, he isn't getting played. Genji should be viable, he isn't getting played. Junkrat is not even bad right here. Junkrat's not even bad as bad, but he is not getting playtime at all. That's really what I had to do. That's really, I just deciphered the major problems with the game, stuff that really aggravated me, and I just had to get it out because some things are just way too strong, some things are not strong enough, and yeah, I'm just saying the truth. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all already know, boy only tell the truth. Anyways, young boy Icy. See y'all in the next John. Young boy out. Let's get it.